Hey, all right, everybody. How's it going? Now today, my brother's coming down. He's bought a Meriva B from Copart. It's got damage all down the one side. It's been scraped all down the one side, but the front wing is all bent in. So today's job is to take the front wing off and change it for another wing that he bought in colour, hopefully the right colour, and stick it on. Bought it from eBay, stick it on. Now, to take the front wing off, you're going to have to undo at least one side of the bumper, or maybe take the whole bumper off. Not quite sure yet. There's a few things to take off. So the front bumper, the headlight will have to come out. The underneath wheel arch liner will have to come off because there's bolts going in different directions. I'll try and show that in the video. And then we should be able to get the wing off. So there's a few things to get off before you actually get to the wing. So I'll try and document it and show it. So if anybody's stuck and wants to know how to take a front wing off, or a light, or a bumper, it should be some information in this video. So let's go and have a look what it's all about. Okay, this is the side of the car. You might not be able to see it too well because the sun is shining. Let's go sideways. There we go. That's the wing. Bent as a banana. There's a couple of scratches down the side by there. The white is reflecting a bit, and there's a bit of a mark on the back there. But today's job, that thing's damaged. But today's job is to take the wing off. I think you've got to take this thing off here. There's a bolt going that way, then there's one going that way. So you've got to take the wheel arch liner off. The front bumper's got to come forward. That's got to come out of the way. There's bolts up there. Anyway, let's crack on. The first job, take the wheel arch liner off. Okay, so the wheel arch liners are out. It comes in two pieces there. It does come apart there. And then on this model here, it has got the mud flaps as well. Now, they're all held in with some Torx bits, T20s, and then it's all these push clips where you push the middle thing out, and the middle bit ends up going in the chassis. You recover some of them, but some of them just disappear into the chassis legs. So buy some of these clips before you do it. Okay then, so let me just show you that there. This goes on like that. If I turn it around, you can see where the clips are. So if you try and lever this off, now there was a little guide pin thing did break there when it came off, but the clips survived. Now, when you lever this off, see where the clips are? I'm showing you where the clips are. So there's one there, and one there. And the best thing to do is to lever where the clips are. So try and take that one off. Put something under there to lever it by there. Put something by there, lever it by there. Don't try and lever it all in one go, because you'll end up snapping them all. And be careful and gentle. Okay, so there is T20s across the top of the bumper. That's the last one. No, it's not the last one, but there's 6 of these T20s going all the way across the top of the bumper. There's one there, and then one there. What's one further along there? Look, right at the end. One there, one there, one by there, one by there, and one by here. So there's 6 T20s across the top of the bumper. Okay, so there was a few clips and stuff under there, some funny clips underneath the bottom of the bumper. Now, you've got to pull on the bumper there to this side here. Make sure you undo this screw under here. There's a screw that goes under here to the side of the bumper. It goes up through there. Pull that out, gently lift that off, and it comes forward. Now, we're trying to do this without actually taking the bumper all the way off. Now, down in there, I don't know if you can see down there, there is 2 bolts. Let's try and get that down in there. There's one bolt there, there's one over there for the front of the headlight. There's another fixing down here where my finger is, and then there's another fixing up here, and then there's another one by here on the side of the wing. I think that might not be, yeah, it is actually going into the headlight there. So there's a few fixings to get the headlight out of the way as well. Okay, so if you want to take the headlight out and you're changing the wing, you might as well take this whole plastic thing off as well. And it does connect to the wing there. There's 2 10mm bolts on that. In the front here, there's 2 7mm, tiny 7mm bolts. One there and one there. Because the headlight sort of slots into this as well. But you're going to need to take this off. This has got to go on to the other wing. There's a bolt up there for the headlight. There's a bolt up there. And there was one on the side of the wing as well. Right, okay, the wing's off. All the bolts are out. There is a few tricky bolts to do. And also, you go to take the wing off. It's actually glued by here. But there, look. Now, I don't know if you should heat it up a little bit with a gun or something. But managed to pull it off. Because we're not using the old wing, so it doesn't matter if you damage the old wing. So you'll have to scrape this off. I have got some gluey stuff to put back on there. I think it's to stop it vibrating and just keep it all in place. Extra precaution, I'm not quite sure. But there we go, that's what it looks like with all the wing off. And I'll try and show you on here all the bolts. There's some there, look. There was one on there. There's one there. There's two down the bottom but there. There's one there. There's another one there. And then there's two. I don't know if you can see them two holes there. There's two there. So there's quite a lot to do. Now, I did just notice that there's a bracket left here, look, okay? And that is the bottom of the headlight. So there's an extra bolt. Now, this was already broken because when we undone the other bolts, the headlight was loose. When it had the impact on the side here, it's damaged that mount in there. Now, that is a tricky one to get to. I'm assuming you've got to go underneath, put your hand round here. I'm not quite sure how you get to it. It's in a bit of a strange place. They put a bracket there, which is really hard to get to. I think you've got to go under this, up and around and put your hand there. Probably can't even see it with the headlight there. So it's a bit of an awkward one, that is. Bit of an awkward one. But I'm more than positive that was done in the bump. So the headlight's going to have to go back on without that bracket, unfortunately. So there we go. There's the new wing on, or the new second-hand wing, which is straight compared to the bent old one. It is quite bent, the old one is. It all lined up okay. Everything's all right. Needs a bit of work on the door. It is the right colour. You can see by the look. It's the right colour there. The door's a bit dirty. Bumper's back on. Clips are back on. He's under there putting the clips back on underneath the bumper. The only thing left to go back on now is the wheel arch liner there and the little sort of mudguard thing. So there we go. And it all lines up nice. The light lines up nice and tidy. It's in there solid. It's not moving at all. It's all in there tight. So there we go. There it is. That's how, well, I didn't show you everything, but that's roughly how you sort of take a wing. It's quite a lot of stuff to do to take a wing off a Meriva. It's probably the same with most cars. You've got to take the bumper off, the headlight, bits and bobs, wheel arch liner. Like I said, you've got to take the wheel arch liner off because there's a bolt you've got to get to behind the wheel arch liner. So it's just easier to take it off. And also putting the wing back on. It's a bit awkward when the wheel liner's flapping about by there. So it's best to take the wheel liner off, not try and pull bits off and try and stick your hand underneath. Just take it off. Anyway, it's all back on. Okay, so there you go. So that's how you take off a front wing and other bits and bobs on a Meriva B. It should be very similar on the pre-facelift version to the facelift version. There might be a few differences. I'm not quite sure because I can't compare the two, but it should be relatively similar. Anyway, if you did like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!